Today we would like to announce two new modules, Bagài and 411. 411 is a quadruple linear VCA for audio and CV with a few extra tricks under the hood. And Bagài is a clock random sample and hold bitcrusher thingamabob. There is quite a lot to unpack, so we will start with it. At its core there are a clock, an analog noise and a sample and hold circuit, which means that we can use it right off the bat as a random voltage generator. Like Sapel, you might ask, yeah, but this is bipolar. Then we can replace the internal noise with any signal we want, like an LFO. We also have an 8-bit circuit that we can use to quantize the sample and hold signal and select the number of active bits. From 8 all the way down to 1. The heart of Bagài is of course the clock, with the iconic plus and minus random behaviors that we first met and loved on Sapel. On top of that, we also have a burst generator that can create super weird clusters of triggers. The clock randomization and the burst speed happen thanks to the random oscillation of the fluctuating random voltage circuit that we can listen from here. This is also quite similar to Sapel's one, but it is bipolar and has a wider range. However, the internal clock has a secret behavior that shoots it up to over 30 kHz. This nice trick allows us to use the sample and hold as an analog audio sampling circuit, and we can perform a dynamic downsampling operations. The quantized circuit now becomes an actual bitcrusher. The 411 is a much simpler module to explain, but no less powerful. We have 4 linear VCAs with semi-normal inputs and CV inputs, which means that every signal we patch to one input will also feed the following ones. So it will be possible to modulate a signal with 4 different control sources, for example, and send it to 4 different destinations. Or mix 4 signals and modulate them with the same control source and take the summed output. The VCA is linear, so it's technically best for CVs, but it can handle audio signals very well, especially for amplitude modulation. The VCAs can be used independently. Here, for example, the yellow one is controlling the amplitude modulator and the red one the carrier. And with the appropriate control curves, it can also become a nice end-of-chain VCA. If we want, we can add a third sound and listen to the green and the red sections only by using the unpatched output. We may also remove the CV over the green and orange sections through a dummy cable. If the mix is too hot, the -6 dB switches halve the control signal's amplitude, which means that you can use the VCA with both 5 and 10 volts unipolar control voltages. This was just a quick announcement, and we look forward to showing you these modules at Superbooth. But for those of you who won't be there, don't worry, more content will come. The modules are ready to ship and will become available as soon as we will come home from Superbooth. I hope you enjoyed this news, and I will see you very soon.